Today you're going to meet Heather Giannone from our product development team. She's written multiple scripts for some of our most successful products. So you're about to get a behind the scenes look at how we create a video script for our premium courses.
I'm going to show you right now how we put together a script for one of our courses, Teach Yourself Anything, which is from our sister brand, IWT. The course is about learning things fast, and we want this video to be about coming up with a long list of cool things that our students want to learn. So I'm going to go here and pull up a nice little Google Doc. And let me put the title right here. So first thing I want to do is put together a really basic outline of the main points I want to make. Each script has three main parts: the opening, the middle or the meat, and the wrap-up or call to action. So let's start with the opening. We usually open up our scripts one of two ways. The first is super straightforward. It's basically, here's what we're going to talk about in this video. The other way is with a cold open. Cold opens are a little more fun, so if I can think of a good story or analogy connected to my topic, I'll usually start with that. So for this topic of things you can learn, I actually have a story from one of our internal team calls. When we were brainstorming ideas for this course, Teach Yourself Anything, someone said, one time I Googled, what do people do for fun? And we all laughed. So I'm gonna see if we can start the video off with that story. Then we want to get to the meat of the video. So I aim to have no more than 3 to 5 major points to make with any video, with an example, a story, or some data to back up each of those points. There's not really a formula here, but once you have more than 3 to 5 points, your script can start to get a little out of control and overwhelming to the viewer. So I'll get down the main points I want to make. You'll notice that I'm putting the major sections in brackets and then filling in the detail with bullets. This helps us keep the main points in mind, so when Ramit reviews it, he can quickly scan and see the brackets and think, okay, I know what this video is about. And if we look at it and see like 10 brackets, we know that this script is getting out of control and it's time to pull back. So these are the main points that I want to make with this video. We want to make the case for learning a bunch of new things, show them how to come up with a nice long list of things they can learn, and I want to tell people how and when to use that list. So now I'm going to fill in those points with some detail. And finally, I want to add my wrap-up and CTA, or call to action. In other words, what do I want people to do at the end of this video? So sometimes we use a more broad CTA, like leave a comment with your biggest insights from watching this video. And sometimes we'll ask people to do something very specific, like write down the first 5 skills you want to learn. Either way, we found that we get much better engagement, meaning students actually leave comments underneath our lessons, if we ask them to write something down right away. So a good CTA would be write down the first 5 skills you want to learn. A bad CTA would be decide on the first thing you want to learn, sign up for your first lesson, then come back here and tell us how it went. They'll probably forget to come back to that video and leave a comment. So let me go ahead and fill that in. Once I have a basic outline, I'll shop this around to my teammates for some feedback. I want to know, does this script make sense? If you were a student, would you be excited to watch this video? Is there anything confusing or boring about it? If you don't have a team, I recommend either sharing it with a couple of friends for feedback. My sister is my go-to person for feedback on all of my writing, or giving yourself some time to come back to the script at least 2 to 3 times with fresh eyes. So once I get their feedback and suggestions, I'll go ahead and flesh this out into a full word-for-word script. All right, I have a full script here. So do you notice how, even though it's getting a lot longer now, the true essence of the script is still those 5 major points, or those brackets that I started with. We've got the opening, we've got those 3 points I want to make, and we have the CTA. So I'm going to send this over to Ramit now for his review and approval. Once it's approved, we turn it into a teleprompter-friendly script. So that just means removing all the bullets so it's in paragraph form and easy to read when we're scrolling it in front of the camera lens, like I'm reading right now. So if you have access to a teleprompter, go for it. It's so worth it. You're literally looking at the script while it scrolls in front of the camera lens, and it saves you a ton of time. But if you're just starting out, it's totally fine to do without it. We didn't use one for years. Instead, Ramit relied on what's called a confidence monitor, which means we'd pull up the bullets on a laptop or a screen and put it right underneath the camera so that he could glance down, get a sense of what he needed to say, then glance up and deliver his lines. It worked really well. So here's my teleprompter script. I'll send it over to our video producer to load up in the prompter for when Ramit goes into the studio to shoot the course. And that is how we write scripts for all of our courses here at GrowthLab. So remember, start with the basic outline, the opening, the meat, and the CTA. You can have a straightforward opening, or you can have a cold open with a story. Try to keep the meat to no more than 3 to 5 points, and try to make your CTA something that your viewers can go ahead and take action on right away. Now we want to hear from you. Do you have your own tips on writing scripts that we didn't mention in this video? Go ahead and leave your tips in the comments below. Thanks a lot for watching.
Hey, hit subscribe. We're adding new videos every Tuesday on how to start and grow your online business.